Hi everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in to Let's Experience Firewatch. This is going to be a Let's Play with some elements of a review and a video essay. It's called Let's Experience the series. It's not just for Firewatch, it's also for other emotionally intelligent games. These playthroughs are going to be all done through the lens of media psychology, well-being, mental health. I will be referencing media psychology ideas, maybe some research, maybe some theories. If there's anything, any kind of sources, I will include them on the screen and in the description. So leaving that, I am done telling. Now I think it's time to show. We're going to be starting a new game because this is actually my first time playing Firewatch, so I'm really excited. I know it came out a couple years ago, but back then I didn't have the time, or frankly, I didn't have the money to spend on games. So I'm catching up now, and I'm really excited because I remember all the buzz about this game back in the day, how it made people feel, how it really changed for some people. The idea of what games were capable of, and so I'm excited to play it now and see how it relates to media psychology. So jumping in, Boulder, Colorado, 1975. UC Julia. She's about your age, late 20s. Yeah, she is about my age. Laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. So, what's your, major? You're pretty. I'm not that assertive, and I think asking major is a pretty polite question, so major. You slur the word major, and it smells like Coors. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours? She asks. She sniffs the air. Toxicology. Ouch. Was that a burn, you ask? She says definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks you if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you're Julia's boyfriend. That's cute. I really like this intro with the interactive text choices. I don't remember much from when I did see other people play this game. I don't remember much of all the details. I just remember that I was really impressed with this beginning, so I'm pretty excited to experience it myself. Guess I gotta go to my truck. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in, you share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beer out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Yeah, that sounds pretty nice. Julia wants to get a dog. That's always the next step, getting a pet together. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. Okay, so it's Bucket the Beagle or Mayhem the Shepherd. That's a cool name, Mayhem. But I actually love beagles, and Julia already loves this dog. I'm not going to try and pressure her to get a dog just because, Bucket's a good dog, and a week later, you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him, and you love him too. 79. You talk out on the deck. It's summer and 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some, a couple little idiots. Yeah, that would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. That's cute. Yeah, I really like this kind of pace of it. I'm seeing like Henry's present, and while also like looking at his past in those in the interactive text. Do not forget to check in. No fireworks. You're in their country. That's cool. not recommended to inexperienced hikers. In reality, then I shouldn't actually be going down this trail because I'm not a good hiker at all. I have an office job. I don't get out much. I struggle to get my steps in. 1980. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. Oh, back in the 80s, no cell phones. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. You get mad or you ignore her. Well, I don't like anger, really. I'd like to keep things kind of calm. Ignoring is like passive aggressive, but it's still relatively calm. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. You know, I really like that. I really like that emotional honesty because relationships are like that, you know. They're not all fun and games, rom-coms, but they're not all drama either. It's always, you know, just those little things here and there, and I think it's perfectly normal. 1981. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. Pose like a He-Man or frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. I like frolicking. Very nice. That's cute. Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, I really like the environment. I mean, it's low poly, but low poly has been getting more popular. I think this game really kind of like frontiered that, maybe. I don't know. But it's calming. It's nice, and yeah, it's a good like calm to have next to some of the emotional things you go through. 8 more miles. I guess, yeah, I mean, in a way, the interactive text introduction is, oh, that's nice. It's kind of like what he's thinking. 1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking bucket at night. Cute. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Oh, wow. Bucket gets kicked. Flustered, trouble speaking, she is stressed. You confront the attacker. Oh, I'm not for violence. I try to scare him. You reach into your pocket like you've got a gun and threaten to kill him. You manage to scare all 3 of you. He runs away. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say, okay, you don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale's in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate department chair. She wants to move. You know, I actually work at a university. That is a great job. That's amazing. You absolutely do not. Convince her not to take the job. Agree if she commutes back and forth. Well, I want her to take that opportunity. It sounds amazing. But commuting, what the heck? I mean, I guess. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'd do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if that's what she wants. I would have moved. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. 85. Julia sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important for her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. Oh, she was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. No, you have to talk about it. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they're worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Wow, 41. They've been together a while. Wow. Oh, wow. That's funny, but gotta censor that. Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to university. Just a week later. 87. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She's sent home on permanent medical leave. No. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. Oh. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin making trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by and with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. Oh, 88. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. You decide to move her to a full-time care facility, or you're determined to take care of her by yourself. Oh, wow. You know, just from personal experience, I would say that, you know, taking care of her by yourself is actually, it's really difficult, and it takes such a heavy toll on everybody. The caregiver, the family, the person receiving care. And, you know, one person, that's taking care of somebody like that, it would take a whole team. I think it would be safer. I mean, it would be safer for everyone, I think. Wow, you know, I mean, just this intro, I mean, that's a big decision. Those interactive things aren't just for, like they're not just keep you engaged. I mean, that's really big. Families spend years making those decisions, and it's like you have to make it like right now in the beginning. But yeah, I mean, we're getting to know Henry, and I guess while Henry's on like this long hike, he must be thinking about it in a way, so it's kind of like we're in his head. Oh wow. Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day, then every other day. Oh wow. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I will cut your balls off. Oh. You slowly decide to not see your old friends that much. Yeah, I mean, any decision like that, it's going to cause a lot of guilt, and I think it would be natural, or normal at least, to project that guilt onto others. I mean, that seemed to be just in his head. I mean, didn't say he heard that, but... 89. Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. And you won't. You've always really liked Susan. You know, therapy is so important. It is so important to take advantage of those resources. Because this isn't just about her. I mean, he's going through a lot too. He's losing his partner in life, in a way. Months go by. Bucket dies. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to lock in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less, and seeing her less and less makes her forget you more. You think. Summer's coming up and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. You know, that really hits you. That introduction, I mean, you come into a game and, you know, you've seen a trailer maybe for a game that takes place in Forest. But then you get hit with that right out of the gate. Suddenly, you're going through a lot of challenges. It's called affective challenges, where your emotions, your comfortable sense of like morality, you have to make tough choices. Those challenges they're a lot to go through in a game. I mean, usually we look to games for enjoyment. But, you know, sometimes we seek out these kinds of challenges because in a way they help us kind of exercise our minds and exercise our emotions, because right now we're a bit of both of Henry and ourselves, right? We made some of those decisions, and so in a way we also feel responsible. Like, I feel responsible making that decision to put her in her home so immediately, and it's like even right now I'm feeling kind of guilty. Maybe that wasn't the right choice, but talking from a media psychology perspective, that's actually really interesting that we're put in the simulation to be half Henry, half ourselves, responsible, but still like onlooking at what's going on for him, so that we also get practice processing these difficult emotions and, opening our minds to all these possibilities and lifestyle choices. Not lifestyle choices, but choices in life. Turn on power. Switch. No. Oh, yes, that makes sense. They wouldn't just have it powered up all the time.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Oh. Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Hello? Activate. Ooh. There we go.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
What?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Okay. You killed your 3 ex-husbands. No. Rebelling against mom. Can stand you. What? Okay, I'm not feeling that sassy.
Okay,
Mom.
You're probably just rebelling against a mom who wishes you had given her grandkids, by the sound of your voice, at least 15 years ago.
Oh,
You come out here
that's
and it
harsh.
really grinds her gears and you love it. Can I sleep now?
Jeez.
Well, she also says I fuck immature men, but
Oh,
in my
okay.
defense, who wouldn't want a 28-year-old with ambition and energy
Oh,
and some fire in his belly in
no.
Me, I'm going now.
bed? Just a second, now it's my turn.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you, but 9 times out of 10, folks out here simply got dumped.
Oh, that's nice. They love this hair.
Huh, is that it?
Got dumped?
Close?
Good night.
Good night. Welcome to the job.
Oh, okay. Firewatch. I like it when a game does that with the title card. Just like, boom. It's like a smash cut. It's a cool introduction. Anyways, yeah. So that the intro by itself takes a long time, so I'm actually going to be wrapping up this episode. I didn't get into much of the media psychology, just a little bit. Hopefully, though, with the quiet time, the downtime of future episodes, I'll be able to talk more about it, bring up some more theories. But yeah, so I will just finish this cutscene, and that'll be it.
Morning, Henry. Well, I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
Oh, she can see me. I will call her in a little bit. This must be the typewriter. Anyways, so thank you so much for tuning in. I am really excited to do this playthrough. I'm hoping to get the next episodes out pretty soon, but I do have some work stuff to do. It's going to be a little difficult juggling the time, but you know what? This is really exciting. Anyways, I'm hoping future episodes bring up more about media psychology, mental health, well-being. I will just have to be patient. There's so much I want to say, but I will save it for next time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great day. Happy playing.